Picking out that perfect Christmas tree can be harder than you think, and we want to help you pick out the one that suits you best. But how can you tell the difference between all those pines? We sent 7 and 4's Alyssa Heron to get some tips on finding and keeping that tree healthy. Good morning, Alyssa.
Good morning, Brendan. I am here with Ben Komerska, son of Grandpa Komerska here at the tree lot. Thank you for joining us, first of all.
You bet.
What are some different types of Christmas trees that people will see when they're searching for them this year?
Well, we have Fraser fir, balsam fir, Korean fir. We have various types of spruce. We have blue spruce, Black Hill spruce, Scotch pine, and white pine.
Okay, so what's the most popular kind of tree that you guys seen going off the lots this year?
Typically, it's Fraser fir, and it still is this year again, also Fraser fir.
Okay, what kind of tree should people get if they want it to last the longest?
Well, that's why they buy the Fraser fir. Frasers last a long time. We also have some other types that last just as long, but Fraser is a really nice tree that's soft-needled, and people will really love them.
Okay, now if somebody wants a really strong smelling Christmas tree, what kind of tree should they look for?
Well, the most fragrant trees would probably be like the balsam fir or maybe a Douglas fir, but there's also a tree out that we have hybridized called a Fraser balsam, so you have the best of both worlds. Balsam generally don't last as long, but they have a very nice fragrance, and so the hybridized tree, you get the best of both worlds.
Okay, so how long have you guys been producing these hybrid trees?
My dad was in the business in the 1960s, so we've been doing this for almost 50 years. So it's been a long time, and I'm second generation. My son's in it, so it's a fun thing to do.
Wonderful. Now, if people want to find a tree that has really sturdy branches, what kind of tree should they look for?
The sturdier branches might be a spruce. You would also see that in a Fraser fir too. And it really depends on how long you're going to leave the tree up also. The Fraser will last a long time. You can keep it right up to Epiphany, where the spruce is going to go to Christmas or maybe New Year's, and that would probably be about it.
All right, wonderful. Well, thanks for joining us. Coming up at 6:30, we're going to show you some other types of wreaths and Christmas decorations that you can make right inside of your home. Reporting live in Traverse City, Alyssa Heron, 7 and 4 News.
4's Alyssa Heron is live explaining how to pick out that best Christmas tree if you're looking for that Christmas tree scent or just the best Christmas tree out there they have for you. We'll have all those details next. You're waking up with 7 and 4 News today.
Good morning, Brendan. I am back with Ben Komerska, one of the owners of Komerska Tree Farms. Thank you for joining us this morning.
You bet.
All right. So, first of all, when people are going out to pick out a Christmas tree right now, what are the different kinds of trees they're going to see on the lots?
They're going to see Fraser fir, balsam fir, Douglas fir, blue spruce, Black Hill spruce, white pine, and Scotch pine. There might be a few other types in there, but that's the most common.
Okay, so what's the most popular tree that you see going off the lots this year?
Typically, we see the Fraser fir. They seem to be the most popular. Again, they've been that way for a number of years. They hold their needles well, and people like them a lot.
Okay, so the Frasers are the ones that last the longest, you'd say?
Yes, Frasers last a long time. They're soft-needled, and they're real popular like they've always been in the past.
All right, now if people are looking for that fresh pine smell, what is the strongest fragrant tree?
Well, that would probably be the balsam fir or a Douglas fir. And we've actually got a hybrid between the Fraser and the balsam.
And that's this right here, correct?
That is, yep. And you'll have the best of both worlds. You'll have a strong branch tree with a really nice fragrance. So we sell those here locally, and they seem to be going out real fast.
Okay, now behind us there's also, you have some little trees, and you were calling these, what are these called again?
These are live trees. They're a little baby blue spruce. They have a really bright blue color, and they seem to hold that color throughout the year, and they're real popular right now.
Wonderful. Now, getting into the next thing here, if people want to start making some holiday decorations, what's one of the easiest things that they can make this year?
Okay, what they can do themselves is they can actually take some evergreens and bring them in, and what we do is we'll use a variety of different evergreens to make a swag. So we may take a longer bough and put it on the bottom, and then put on top of it a little shorter bough, and we'll mix them up. So we'll put maybe like here's a fir, a Korean fir, we'll put a grand fir, and maybe a little holly with that.
Okay.
And then we'll dress it up with a little trim too. And we'll hold these together with a zip tie, and after we tighten that up, we'll put a little bow on it. Yeah, I'll show you. And
Okay.
you can also dress it up with some cones or some berries, however you
Nice
see fit.
bow.
Yeah, exactly. And you can do what you want, but they're pretty easy and something that you could do yourself and to hang on your door or your porch, however you'd like it. But they're real popular.
Wonderful. So this might be a little bit easier than making a wreath.
Absolutely. Much easier. That's for sure.
All right, wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. All of these tips and more will be on our website at upnorthlive.com. Reporting live in Traverse City, Alyssa Heron, 7 and 4 News.